Hey, good afternoon. Welcome to the Rusty Moon Quilts, Wool, and More instructional video. Today we're going to be sharing with you about flying geese. These are not the type that you shoot out of the air. This is the type that we sew together. In the quilting world, this is called a flying geese. And we're going to share with you today a little easy, simple tip on how to figure the size of your finished flying geese and how to cut your fabric to do that. So what you need to know is, in this particular case, this particular flying geese, I have a 4-inch wide by 2-inch wide. That's my finished product. So what I need to do is, my background fabric is what I'm going to use right here. My background fabric, if I want it to end up being 4 inches, what you simply do, and this works for whatever size that you're going to do, is you simply take 4 inches and you add 1.25 inches. That's all you do. So if I want to end up with a 6-inch flying geese, I would add 1.25 inches. So I would need to cut my fabric 7.25. In this case, I'm going to end up with a 4-inch by 2-inch flying geese. So my base fabric or background fabric needs to be 5.25. 4 plus 1.25 inches. It works for whatever size you're going to do. Then for my wings, what I will do is, or your coordinating fabric is, this is 2 inches. I want it to end up being 2 inches. So whatever your coordinating fabric is, you add 7/8 of an inch. That works for whatever size. If you want this to be end up being 4, you would add 7/8 of an inch to 4. So in this case, I would cut these pieces, my little wings here, to 2 7/8. That being said, we'll go ahead and cut our fabric. So I'm going to end up with a 4-inch of my main fabric, so I need to add 1.25 inches. So 4 plus 1.25 inches is 5.25. So I will take my cutting, and I like these Martelli rulers. They have a non-slip back, so I can take, and once I've marked where my cut needs to be, I can simply take and move it around so that I'm not cutting in the same area on my cutting mat. Saves my cutting mat from getting scarred in the same place over and over and over again. So you simply take and cut 5.25. We lay it back down. We cut 5.25 again, so that we'll have a 5.25 inch square. Now remember, this is going to end up being a 4-inch. This is going to end up being a 4-inch finished product when we're done. So we have a 5.25. Then we're going to take our coordinating fabric. We're going to end up with 2 inches, 2-inch wide. We need to what? Add 7/8 of an inch. So we need to take our coordinating fabric, mark it at 2 7/8. I've been making some flying geese here. Mark it at 2 7/8. Lay it down. Again, you can take this and slide it to where you feel comfortable. 2 7/8. I need to cut this. 2 7/8. Some people like to use a regular ruler. You can use this if you don't like to measure off of the mat. You can use a ruler. However, if you do it this way, I recommend that you use the spider method, if you will. That's where you place a couple fingers down on the ruler, and then a couple fingers out here onto your mat, and keep that ruler from sliding on you. That's why I like the Martelli rulers. They help the fabric that you save in not cutting or miscutting will pay for a ruler. So what we have is 2 7/8 for our coordinating fabrics, and we have a 5 1/4 for our background fabric. And so what you do next is, and I've already gone ahead and done this, is take our 2 coordinating fabrics, and you simply take a nice fabric pen. I like these Frixion fabric pens here. You simply take and mark on the back side of your coordinating fabric. Draw a line from point to point. I've done that on a couple of them here already. And you simply take them and lay them onto your background fabric face to face and pin them and sew a 1/4 inch on either side of our line. And then we simply take, after that's done, one other tip that I like to do is you see where I have it pinned here. My pins are facing towards the line that I have sewn. That's just to remind me, especially if you're doing a lot of blocks or a lot of sewing at your machine, that kind of helps me remember where I'm supposed to sew. So the point of my pin is facing the sewing line, if you will. So after we, it's our little make-do clamp there for our pin cushion. But after we've done that, we simply take our cutting and we cut on our line, point to point. We cut on our line. I like these Martelli cutters also. They're very nice. And that's how we get our flying geese. Now, it's not quite done yet. We go to the ironing station and press this seam open. I've already done that here on this one. After you've pressed it open, you take your flying geese and again take your pins, and we take a coordinating fabric, again face to face, right side to right side, and we simply take that and pin it onto our flying geese. So if this was our flying geese here that we're going to pin to, we would take it after it's been pressed, lay it on here, point to point, just like this one, pin it, and stitch it on either side. Then what you simply do is go back again and cut down the center of our line. And now remove your pins, and now you have a flying geese. Nice and simple, easy to do. I hope this video has been a help to you. We would like your input. If you like our videos, please let us know. We're at rustymoonquilts.com here in Willow Springs, Missouri. We'll have more helpful videos in the future, and we appreciate your time today. Thank you very much and have a great day. Happy sewing.